Welcome back to some Cosmic Express. I'm Dear Darling, and all aboard, we're about to depart. As last time, what were we doing? We were in a Cassiopeia constellation because I gave up with Delphinus. I can't believe how difficult Delphinus was. Or maybe I just wasn't in the right mindset to tackle it at the moment, which is fair enough. But Cassiopeia very much seems like a place where it's all about managing your space. If that makes sense, because like you have a very limited amount of space that you have to work with, because obviously the thing this one's trying to bait you to do is to do this, and you go in here and it's like, you don't have enough space to reach the end. That very much seems to be what Cassiopeia is about, which I suppose fits in with a snake aesthetic, because you need to like figure out how to snake around places. So probably what we had to do is we had to deliver an orange one first and then a purple one. So I'm gonna guess we grab a purple one, come up here. We got an empty space again, so we grab this orange one, grab this purple one, grab it in a very sort of sneaky roundabout way. I'm just fitting in with a thematic, and then we can exit perfectly fine. So of course, these first early levels, as always in puzzle games, they're just here to introduce you to the concept, the mechanic. Now it's very interesting. This is like the first time we've had a big level in the middle of a constellation before. Look at my family, a glowing constellation. So it seems like it's a very sort of typical thing that we're going to be doing, is the fact that, probably what we actually do is something like this. We got to think how this works actually, because obviously, okay, the obvious ending is we're going to do something like this, and we're going to drop off in one of these two ones, and we'll probably do this. So we need to end up over here, but by picking the purple one up here, we completely block ourselves off. So that means we need to start a bit differently, I'd imagine. My hunch is... What is my hunch? Not really sure I have a hunch, I'm going to be honest. So as we start with... I suppose we could start off like this, right? And we're just carrying purple. Oh, we need to drop purple off, though. Oh, this is difficult. This is difficult. How do we drop this purple? Probably what we have to do is that we'll bring this over here just so we have a track to work with. Oh gosh. It'd be nice if we could start like drawing a track from literally anywhere on the grid. I think that would actually be a very nice sort of quality of life upgrade, but I'm not going to complain too much. I think probably what we had to do is we had to do something like this for the purple one. Which means... What does that mean? We have to come up through this way. So it probably means we had to deliver these orange ones. Well, if we do that, how do we come out again? We'd have to go like this way around, which that doesn't make any sense. So the question becomes, how do we deliver the purple one? I don't really know. The only way we can deliver is we have to pass through this direction. Do we? Well, we can only deliver here and here. So either we pick up the purple one first and come around, but the thing is that blocks us off. So we can't pick up the purple one first like that, which actually sort of raises a question. How can we at all? I suppose we could do something like this, but that doesn't really make sense, does it? No, we can't really do a U-turn. There's just not enough space for it. So I guess we have to do something... how do we do it without blocking ourselves off? Maybe this is a bait. Maybe we do both purple ones first. Didn't consider that. No, we can't do both purple ones. As soon as we enter this area, we have to exit. So my hunch is how it goes is we're going to do something... I don't know why we do a whole U-turn like that, but we're going to do something about delivering these orange ones. Actually, we do this U-turn because we want to start at the bottom side, don't we? Because that would deliver all the purple ones. But the thing is, we don't want to end here. But it's really difficult to end not here. Because once we go here, we have to go upwards. But this is a forced move. And it's since this level's symmetrical, we without loss of generality, we can do it either way. So the question becomes, how can we deliver to this one, or this one, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, without trapping ourselves up? So we need an exit route, because we are kind of, I believe, are forced in this sort of movement, or something equivalent, something like that. So we have to basically be able to exit from up here. But that's really difficult because we kind of need to go up there in the first place. So either we start up there, but then this blocks off this path, so that can't be the solution. In fact, I feel like this doesn't have a solution using this method, which makes me think I need to rethink what I'm doing. Because that feels impossible. So I must have got something wrong. I must be thinking about this the wrong way. I mean, we haven't considered like just delivering you two first. Probably because without lesser generality, it's just sort of the same thing, isn't it? We cannot go up here. If you imagine a wall here, we only have two paths, this way and this way. And by doing this, we completely block off this path. So it means we're forced, whatever direction we go to, we're forced to stay in. So we must, basically there must be some sort of movement where we come here and then come back out again. We must come back out again and we must have already delivered that purple one. We must have already delivered to this one. And the reason we must have already delivered to this one is we cannot be holding either of the purple ones and be on this track because there's not enough space. We can deliver to this one by passing through it first. But to deliver to this one, we cannot be here. So we must have already delivered to that one. So in this mess here, wherever this may be, between this track and this track, we must have delivered this purple one. We have one extra space to work with. I don't know why I've done this weird wiggly thing, actually. So between here and here, we must have delivered a purple one. We can go back and forth one more time, which is an interesting thing to note, because that might actually be important, I would say. Because it kind of makes me want to go back and forth. I can't really figure this out. Obviously, if I could figure it out, we'd be on the next level already, but still. Therein lies the fun of a challenge of puzzle games. Because these two orange ones, at least, they don't scream to me as something which really causes much of a problem. We can kind of deliver them in whatever order we want. We're zooming in a little bit so we're not straining our eyes. But it's just that this purple one is really hard to both grab and then get up here without getting stuck. Like, what if we did something like this to deliver it? No, because we need to pick it up first is a problem. And there's not enough space to do this. Tell me how to solve you below before I get old. And when can we even pick you up? If we can't go... Oh, I didn't know you could right click and pan around. We can't go up directly like this. So basically the route we need to take sort of needs to do a weird sort of zigzag around it, I think. We sort of need to like dip in and out. No, that doesn't make sense because we're still trapped. There must be something fundamental I'm missing about this because I cannot see how we can pick up the purple one and not be trapped without having like a dual path looping around like this. And I feel like there's a mathematical way to express this. I'm just trying to sort of think of what is the way. And I think it centers around these two. That if we do this... Okay, well, that's obviously not the thing. So we have to turn away at some point here. And then the option is we either go round or anything where we pick up the purple one without going around these orange ones will block us off. So we need to go around the orange ones, pick up the purple ones, and then come back. No, that's not true. This level is obviously not impossible, but it's surprising how impossible it feels. As most levels do. Maybe let's take a break of this one. You know, we'll try number 5. See if it has a more obvious solution to us. I must give him credit for at least being consistent with the colour schemes of being like, hey, the purple one is always the one that you'll need to deliver. But you can really get into a habit of these sort of levels as they do tend to get a similar sort of thing where you're like, oh, okay. The solution will somehow entail picking something up and dropping it off earlier than anticipated. Actually, this is a bit of an interesting one. How do we drop this off? Because this is another forced move thing. Hold on, let's hit the reset button. Where basically, if we go here, if we ever step in this space, we have to go forward. So we know that this ending is forced. That has to be how we exit. There's literally no other way, I don't think. And both purples need to actually be kind of dropped off at this point, although we can do something like this. It's something similar, actually, to the other level. So the question becomes, well, how do we do that? Of course. Now, we can easily drop you off. Actually, it's quite difficult to pick the purple up. Presumably, we'll come here once, picking up the purple, then once again, pick up another purple. But to drop off this purple, that's think it has to be basically like that. Wow. Well, it can't be like that, actually. Because we need to pick you up as well, at some point. It's difficult not to flounder us a little bit on these levels, you know? Because it's a thing where the level's so open. All these levels are so open. By design, by nature of the mechanics of the central mechanic of this game, it's quite difficult to sort of think like lead my thought process in the direction that they're intending. You know, it's not like other puzzle games. I often point out, especially in like Bad Bros levels, is like you can tell that the way they structure the level is like they want me to do this. It's a lot harder to pinpoint that sort of reasoning in Cosmic Express because of just how open everything is. Which I'm not saying is good or bad necessarily. I'm just saying it's difficult. And it's worth considering how that impacts us. Okay, so the only way we can actually deliver the purple is if we grab it like this. Hopefully, actually, this is something to test. Do we deliver the... Will that deliver the purple and pick up the orange at the same time? It will. Okay. The problem here is now we're picking up two purples. So probably what we need to do is pick up an orange. Or something. But if we ever hit this space, we have to pick you up as well, don't we? We only want to drop off one orange. Actually, this might be it. This legit might just be the solution. Hold on. Give it a backtrack. So we pick up you two, we drop off one, we only pick up one, we drop off the other one, we pick up, and then, yes, we do a simultaneous pick up. Okay, you know, sometimes you just sort of experiment and you just stumble across a solution, and I'm not going to complain. Because that did come from a place of logic, at the very least. Oh, interesting. So this is, again, much of a similar sort of thing, where, okay, we can think about it, this is a forced move. You have to already be dropped off by this point, we cannot drop you off here. So the obvious thing is it kind of wants to bait you into doing something like this. Hold on a second. Part of me wants to like grab one of the oranges, drop you off here, pick you two up. This doesn't make any sense. What am I doing? Pick you up, drop you off. Pick you up, drop you off. It's like, oh, okay, you can make a nice little circle. How do we... The thing is, by ending up down here, that picks those two up. We sort of cut ourselves off, haven't we? So we basically just need to pick one of you up and drop you off here first. Hey, you can make a heart. Oh, how cute. How do we do that, though? This is the annoying one. Probably what we have to do, I'd assume, is a sort of scooping maneuver where we do something like that. Oh, but the thing is, now you become the issue. So we need to drop something off there. But there's only one path through there. So probably we don't actually pick you up and put you on there, because that messes up quite a lot of things. Probably what we do is Oh, but we can't do that because then now we don't have any space. We have to... It has to be one of you two we pick up. Because we need to come back down through here. So that must mean we need to drop you off first, somehow. Therein lies a contradiction of his level, is that that seems kind of impossible. Well, that's why I want to do something like this. But that's not going to work. And drop you off and drop you off. There we go. There we go. We did it, I think. I hope that's enough space at the end there, but we can always change this if it's not enough space. Okay, so that was a bit of a weird one. I'm not really sure if I can properly describe how that one worked. It was sort of a lot of back and forth. It was like, let me think about this. The crux is we had to drop something off here. And it cannot be any of you two because we need to pass through this middle channel. So it has to be one of you two. And most likely has to be you because we need to use you to drop you off here somehow. And we just do that by passing through. And then the key part is not being baited into dropping you off here because you have to go into this one because neither of these two can. And then swinging back around the middle to drop you off here instead. Okay, so that's the sort of central premise of that one. I also just noticed it's a fish, not a snake. I thought Cassiopeia... Like, look at this. This is a fish shape, definitely. I don't know if these are all fish, like, not fish shape, but shapes of what they're meant to be. Like, this doesn't really look like a bear, I would say. I don't know what Vela is, I forgot. I looked it all up, I think, at some point, and I immediately forgot. Andromeda, I don't even remember what it is. And Delphinus is a dolphin. This is the only one which really looks like something, I'm going to be honest. Oh, there's even another one over there. Who knew? Anyway, number 7. Now, this looks like quite a complicated one. Obviously, that cannot be the solution. So this seems like another situation where we have to go like this. But we need to have already picked up a purple one. But not this purple one. It has to be this purple one. Oh, that drops that purple one there. Okay, so we need to pick up 2 purple ones. But that blocks off that orange one. Okay, so we need to pick up an orange and then the purple. Now we have 2 purples. Now we can come around here. Now we can drop off that purple. We pick up another purple. And an orange. Wait, hold on. Orange, purple, purple, purple. Drop, purple, orange. Purple, orange, orange. There we go. that one very logically followed from exactly what you were forced to do. And I don't know if I explained it very well because I just sort of went purple, orange, orange, purple, purple, orange. but you can start to see a sort of pattern forming in this one. It's all about delivering one of these ones early. I mean, it's always like you had to do it in a way which you don't quite expect. So obviously we want to pick one of these ones up. Does it matter? Let's find out. Like, this is such a strong pattern doing it like this. But then we need to grab one of these purple ones first. So why don't we grab that one? We can't do it like that because then we'll run out of space. Okay, so why don't we grab both of the purple ones? Is that going to be a problem? Maybe, I don't know. But now we've got this orange one. We can come down. We can drop off this purple one, orange, and then we get stuck. So that's not quite right. Is it the deficit with grabbing one of this purple one so early? Okay, so then it's like, okay, why don't we grab this purple one early? And then we'll grab the 2 orange ones. And then we'll swing around the 2 orange ones like that. But then we trap off that purple one. Good point. Good point. So, what if we grab the 2 orange ones first? Delivered them 2. Now we've got the 2 purple ones. No, we need to deliver one of these purple ones first. Okay, if we need to deliver one of these purple ones first... No, that grabs both purple ones. No, we need to grab... If we do this, we need to grab one of the orange ones first, which doesn't make sense. Or does it make sense? We did both orange ones first like this. No, that doesn't make sense, because now we've got one width channel. a one-width channel which we can no longer deliver the purple ones. So it does feel like we need to deliver one of these purple ones first. So somehow, one way or another, I'm gonna find you. Because we need to probably pass through here again. So it can't be you, so it has to be you. This grabs a purple and orange, which I don't think is a good thing. I think we want both oranges first. Or, can we? No, that blocks things off. This grabs one purple, one orange. It's not like... We need to clear a space somehow. I don't know how this is meant to work in the slightest. It's like we kind of want to grab an orange, deliver it here, then do the purple and come back, but of course that's not quite as feasible as you might imagine it to be. Okay, let's imagine we grab both purples. So we grab an orange, we swing round here, we deliver that purple, but then again we get trapped. We need to figure out one less move around here. This move down here is probably what's going to happen. We can't go this way. That's a forced move. So what do we do about this? Now the changes we can make to this. I wonder if this is a bait and this is not actually how you do this level. You don't do it by grabbing a purple first. Grab that purple. Now we're trapped here. So that can't be the way we deliver this purple, if that's how we do it. Grab this purple is the most promising one, because then we get the choice of, do we want to pick up both oranges and then the purple, or one orange, one purple? Who knows? This grabs one orange, one purple. It'd be nice if we could deliver an orange double back again, but I don't think we've got enough space for all of that anyway. To deliver to this orange, we have to pass up through here. Either that, or we need to somehow grab the other orange first. Which does not seem possible, I would say. Like, if we did something like this, we have to basically grab the purple first. So there must be something else we can do to try and deliver this purple, hey? Which does not involve this movement. But it can't involve this movement, that's the thing. It can't go through here. As soon as we go here, we have to exit. So it has to turn away earlier. Turning away here is... I mean, I guess we could, but... It does feel like after we deliver this one, we're kind of forced to go down here. What if we do it reversed? We do it like this, and then we can... This feels almost right, but we need to deliver one of these purple ones first, obviously. I mean, this is kind of like the bait one. This is like what they want you to do, and then you'll be like, ooh, this is all fine, and then you're like, oh no. So we need to deliver you first. But how do we do that? And the answer is, I don't know. But we haven't used any of these middle passageways. Which feels a little strange. Oh, it's 24 minutes. I didn't even realise. I need to round up this episode here. So if you haven't been watching, thank you very much. It's been Cosmic Express. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, description, shares are greatly appreciated. Twitter and Discord down below. Hope you see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.